Francis here, back on TYT Sports, shooting a little Facebook Live which may appear on YouTube, so just bear with me. I will be back in the studio tomorrow. I know you're wondering where I've been. There's been a lot of hats being worn, one of which is a legendary hat. I really wish I could have it back. But anyway, I wanted to get over to the recap really quick. So, Wales versus Portugal. The magical journey that was Wales in the Euro 2016 has came to an end, but they went out valiantly. They are undoubtedly one of the major winners in this tournament. After the tournament concludes, I will do a clip which will be winners and losers from the Euros, teams that let their countries down, teams that let themselves down, England, and teams that went on to showcase how much heart can go in this tournament. Iceland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Portugal deserve a lot of credit, right? So there's people talking about the referees today, what have you. From what I've seen, Portugal were resilient. They dug deep when they could have conceded early in the game. I think Wales showed some signs of promise going forward. Portugal had no real answer. All they were doing was going wide. But in the second half, that width paid off with a smart corner kick that allowed for Ronaldo to find space. And Ronaldo, count him out, say what you want about Ronaldo and his performances, missed penalties before, but that guy just knows when to show up in vital moments, whether it is club or country. And yes, there might be times where he doesn't show up as much, but just lay them out on paper. The scenarios where he does come in clutch, the scenarios where he does show up in specific situations to guide his team through. And they will outnumber the times that he doesn't. And that, as far as I'm concerned, on both national and club stage, puts him as a legendary footballer that will go down in history as one of the best. His header was simply frightening. His power to get up, his aerial prowess, this is a part of his game, and this shows how good Ronaldo is, by the way, collectively, when his heading ability is overlooked because he's that good at other things. But he can head the ball. He has a fantastic leap on him, great timing. A lot of times in this tournament he's had the potential to score headers, and this was one that will go down in the history books as one of the best headers we've seen at the elite stage of European football. So he deserves that, and then he has a role to play. Nani is able to evade the defenders. So this is where I think that Collins needs to do better. Wales are still in it 1-0 down. They came back against Belgium after Nangolan's beauty of a strike. But Collins is not in sync with his teammate Williams. Williams and Davies were cohesive in their movement. Collins had a great first half. He kept Ronaldo at bay for the majority of the game, but Ronaldo then was smart enough to switch off of him and get up early to evade any sort of tackle when he scored the header. And then I think from that moment on, Wales's defence lacked a little bit of communication, and Williams steps out, Collins steps back, and the first thing you got to do, if you're taught as a centre back, is you need to go with your team. You cannot gamble. Gambling will allow for Nani, a smart player, to evade your movement, stay onside, and turn home a weak shot from Ronaldo that was just put into the danger area and made to seem useful. And from that moment on, it was over for Wales. Their character could only take them so far. They lacked some more flair in the middle. I think they missed Aaron Ramsey, but I'm not going to rag on their performance. I mean, this is a Wales team that many people thought were definitely out when Belgium took the lead, and they showed an immense amount of ability to bring themselves back, an immense amount of character as a team, and again, I can't speak highly enough of them. They've won over our hearts. They're a great representation for the United Kingdom, Britain, however you want to categorise them. Great representation for that, and they deserve all the credit in the world. Gareth Bale should be very proud of himself and his team. Cristiano Ronaldo, again, this is how I'm going to wrap this video up, talking about Portugal. How many people were writing off Portugal from the very start? They wrote them off against Iceland after a poor performance. Ronaldo himself didn't handle the media very well, throwing microphones in the water. But he bailed them out in a crucial game against Hungary, which is kind of ironic because Messi, his counterpart, actually dealing with Bale. Had to throw that in. Come on, lads. Come on, I had to throw that in. Either way, Ronaldo comes up clutch again, proving he is worthy of the title of being one of the world's greatest ever footballers. And I'm just excited to see the final because Portugal haven't been great. They're in, yes, say they're in a lucky bracket, say they've had lucky at the luck of the draw, but I don't think they have. Croatia are a good team. They had to beat Croatia. And I think that they have overcome adversity at many different levels of this game, and they've showcased that you don't have to be the best team. In tournaments like this, you need a little bit of luck. You need to hit the ground when you need to hit it. You don't want to hit the ground running, because many teams have done that and they've fallen by the wayside. France are proving it to be a very dangerous team by picking up form at the right time. Germany have always been in form, but they struggled a little bit against Italy. So I really can't predict tomorrow's game. I'll be back in the studio, so there will be a better looking recap where you don't have to see me in a hat. Maybe I'll get back on the suit, which I have missed. So I'll be able to bring you back a coverage of that, and then we'll have the final. We'll do some tactical previews, and we'll really get back into the swing of things. But thanks for bearing with me through my vacation. I'm sure Jason's did well to hold the fort over there. Talking about Messi today, I want to share my views on that. It's kind of crazy, but either way, finishing the tagline: Ronaldo handles Bale, Messi deals with Bale. I'm here all week.